Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are on day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas sewing tutorials, and today I am showing you how to make an eyeglasses pouch. This could also be for sunglasses or just any glasses. It doesn't matter. It is up to you. You can make it out of, I have one here out of side leather, excuse me, vinyl or cork. You can use thin leather. You can use mora. You can use anything you want. Anything you want that has a self-healing edge, you can use to make this project. I'm going to show you how I made mine with piping. You can easily omit that if you want to cut that step out, and then they come together even quicker. These guys take all of 5 minutes, and they're a great scrap buster because they're only one. I mean, it's kind of a large scrap, but it doesn't take much. But yeah, so sorry, Druzy. My throat is itchy. Druzy's in my face. I feel like I look like a Who from Whoville with my hair like this too. Just I'm very distracted. But anyways, happy sewing. I hope that you like this tutorial. Right? Say happy sewing. So first step is to join my Facebook group and get the template, get it printed. And you'll see you cut one exterior, and then optional is one piece of piping. I actually didn't have piping that matched my cork. So what I did is, I'm doing the sunflower cork, but what I did is I took some of this double fold bias tape, and then I have a tiny little piece of piping string, and I'm going to lay it right here in the center, and I'm going to make my own. So this might be a little bit wobbly and wonky, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, so there is the bias tape. Now, it comes together really quickly, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it wrong side up, and I'm just going to fold down this top edge about 3/8 of an inch, a 1/4 inch, whatever. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you want whatever width you decide you want it to be the same width across the entire the entire top area. So I'm just gonna put a couple clips in here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bias tape, and what I've done is I've aligned my string to be about 1/2 inch or so in. I don't want it to come all the way to the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it down and out of the way, like so. So then this way, this nice folded edge is at the top edge of my glasses folded edge. And that way I just have a nice clean starting point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold. So this top area where I created that fold for the top lip, I tucked my folded edge of my piping into that fold there. And then I'm going to go to my machine and I'm going to stitch across this folded edge. And when I get to here, I'm going to lock this bias tape in place. So this is what it should look like right here, and that's still loose. So after top stitching our top edge there, this is what it looks like. We have it tacked into this top right corner here. And now essentially what we're going to do is we need to pin or not pin, but clip this piping into place, and we want it to rest where the piping string is right on the edge of this cork. So it might be easier to do from the cork side being up, and then you're just going to align the edge of the cork right on the edge of that string, and you can feel it. This is something that you're just going to have to like tactily check out. It's going to be hard to translate on video, but so I'm just adding some clips and clipping it into place. You can see the piping is overhanging the edge there. And then now when you get to this curve, it's most likely going to make it a ton easier if you put some little snips right here. Using double fold bias tape is a lot trickier than using pre-made bias tape. So that is just something to consider. On my next one, I will be using pre-made. I just couldn't find any that matched the sunflower cork like I wanted it to. Okay, so we're getting here to our center line. And when we get close to it, what we want to do is we're going to fold the piping the same way that we did at the top and give a nice clean edge, a nice clean finished edge. And so where this center line is, I'm going to lay my piping, and you can see the string is actually the same measurement as the midline there. So I'm going to trim my string down just a touch so that it doesn't get caught in the seam. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bias tape, I'm going to fold it open, and I'm going to fold it in on itself to where it lines up on that center line here on the cork. And then I'm going to fold it up and over, tucking this excess down into the tape itself. I'm trying to keep everything as nicely aligned as possible. I'm going to clip it down here at the bottom. I need to touch this little edge up here. Okay, so that is what you should have. The piping should stop at that center line. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this side up and over and lay it on top of the piping on the right side or top side, and just transfer these clips like so. And now what we need to do is I'm going to start my stitch line from here at the top right, stitch down, follow around this curve, and then end right here, being sure to back stitch well at beginning and end. Okay, I did my top stitching, and then now this is what we have. We have one little sunglasses case with the piping here, and this is how it fits. You can see my glasses are obviously oversized, and they fit in here very, whoa, geez Louise, very nicely. Alternatively, if you did not want to, you could leave off this piping here, and they will come together even quicker. Other things that you could do bias tape around the raw edge here, or, you know, if you do leave the bias tape off and the piping off, then you could do edge coating and add a pop of color. There are lots of different ways that you can customize this. You can also do a patchwork style and create a patchwork of the full piece here before you turn it into a glasses case. So yeah, you have lots of options. You can also make them out of different textiles. Here is some regular vinyl that I got from Mojo Sews, and here it is with the piping. I love this really bright pop piping here. And then here it is in, what is this? Oh, Psy leather. And yeah, this was my tester here, and so it's a little bit rough, but works perfectly. And the Psy leather is really nice and soft on the inside, so I wouldn't be worried about it scratching my glasses at all. Which, with all three of these, I wouldn't, because they're all soft backing down in there. But yeah, so there we go. If you're here, that means that you are done watching the video, and I appreciate you joining me this evening, wherever you are, maybe this morning, this afternoon, I don't know. Wherever this video finds you, I hope that you enjoyed the video, that you, I almost said enjoyed it again. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you will make a couple eyeglass pouches, and yeah, join my sewing group so that I can see them, share some photos for me. That's it. I'm gonna go before I keep stumbling over my words. I'll see you back here tomorrow.